Let's see. So on the questions of the email, I think we decided, we had this talk, we decided that the mesh would be one piece. Doing something like a 2x2, and I think it was maybe 2 inches back, something like that, and then no, it's not gonna work. Let's see, there we go. So something like that, and then it was gonna be something like that. There we go. So it's gonna be one piece. We're gonna have to wait though to see exactly how far to make this, but this was, we decided it was gonna be something like that, and then that allows for, we would just live with slightly oversized holes where we needed them. So if this perf had 1/2 inch holes, that'd be great. But if we did more like a 1/4 inch hole or even an 1/8 inch hole, but since this would be painted black, then we would just go ahead and oversize select holes, and then we could just use, extended bit on the impact wrench, and that way they could just pick strategic holes and oversize them, and then we could just go directly in like that right to the cabinet through the mesh. So anyway, that was that. As far as power is concerned, I will defer to everyone else who has worked with watchfires and towers and stuff. I have not done that, but I would think that in order to get power to the panels, it's fairly basic. So as far as how to get power to the channel letters, each of these 3 panels, we'll go ahead and treat those like they are like a building, like a normal install for us. So we'll just put the reverse channel letters, and on the back we'll have our remote power box we put in the attics. It's fine. That's going to be perfect. We'll put one on each one. I think it'll be better than having to run secondary all the way around and chase it to one spot. So we'll just put one on the back of each. As far as running the wire, according to NEC, it should be fine to run the gray. We'll use the gray Sloan wire, and we can just make sure it's attached nice, but it will collect it to the box from each of these, and we'll keep it within the studs and stuff. But it should be, it should be allowed to be just the gray wire, and make sure that it's properly. I think it's 725 dot something, to make sure that it's all neat workmanship and it's attached and kept away from damage. But theoretically, the gray wire can be exposed, so and then it will collect to the main box there. So then I would say that I was just, from this point, Jonathan, James, what they need is what they need. Like, I'm just suggesting though that maybe somewhere in this area, there will be to avoid the concrete, there'd be like a main collection box, because they'll be bringing in probably a very large conduit with some heavy gauge to get here. But that heavy gauge obviously isn't going to distribute to our boxes. We don't need heavy gauge for our 3 little boxes there. So I would say that they would install a post of some sort, 4 or 5 feet tall or something, easy to work with height, and then have a big junction box, an empty junction box, but a NEMA box, like a large NEMA box. And then from the bottom of that, then you break out hard EMT or rigid or whatever you guys work with. And then from there, you can break out 3 to the backs of these, and then run EMT or whatever. And then from there, you run your larger stuff and probably go up the side. But again, that would be Jonathan, James, whatever they do, or if they want to run liquid tight flex or whatever you guys do. So, but I would imagine there would have to be some sort of a breakout box to kind of distribute from, and whether that box has a knife switch on it, or even if this panel has breakers or something, I don't know what to do. Like you said, you'd probably see what you guys did on other jobs, but like I say, but here we would just treat this more like a normal building install, and then just get 120 runs to each side.